We are live, yay! Hey, so welcome back, everybody. Are y'all paying attention to what's going on in this country? Are you? Because we're going to talk about some things. Okay. Uh, Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to our weekly chat and check-in. If you're new, my name is Missy, and I'm the mother of a drug addict, 16 years struggling. And on this channel, we are dedicated to loving and supporting each other through our loved ones' addictions. And that's what we're all about. And we're also about keeping each other informed on what's going on in the world, in the country, in the state, whatever the case may be. All the new drugs coming out, y'all, good Lord. It's every other day that they're announcing something else, and it's a lot stronger than the last one they announced, and it's just a never ending thing. Never ending. It is. It is. My son is currently incarcerated. Um, he was just sentenced a little over a week ago to 3 years in jail. And so that's a whole new area for me and my family. And we are dealing with it as best we can. Um, that's just the way it is. So, uh, yeah, there's that. Uh, so I don't know if you guys saw or not, but the bill to make nitazines a Schedule 1 illegal drug has been introduced on the Senate floor. And I am excited to see that. I really am. I am excited to see that. I I would like to see a lot of other things be added to that list, not just nitazine. I would like to see kratom be added to that list. I would like to see kratom get pulled off of the shelves where they can be grabbed by anybody and everybody. If y'all have not been paying attention to the news, Miss Charlotte gave me this little tidbit of info. There were eighth graders in Georgia that um, one of them brought kratom to school, and a bunch of them took it, and a bunch of them got very, very sick. Very, very sick. To my knowledge, an eighth grader is not old enough. If my old woman memory, eighth graders are not old enough to supposed to be able to buy this stuff. Um, Smoke shops are not supposed to allow anyone. I think in the state of Tennessee, you have to be 21 to go into a smoke shop because, we did up the age where you can even buy tobacco products to 21. It's no longer 18. And to my knowledge, you're supposed to be 21 before you go into a smoke shop. So there's that. So how they got it, I don't know. But it bothers the absolute shit out of me that those kids, okay, kids had access to it. That bothers me tremendously. When I tell you that they are targeting kids younger and younger and younger, I'm not just saying it to blow smoke up somebody's tailpipe. Okay, and y'all are going to hear my little heater down here. My feet are like little chunks of ice in here. There is no other heat in this room. And there's a reason for it. This is my cannon room. What was the bill? I would have to look that up. I can Google it real quick. I remember it, but I don't. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It is called the Nitazene Control Act. So that's what it's called. It is Senator Moody, Ashley Moody, Dave McCormick, and Ruben Gallego. And I'm probably butchering that name, but those were the three that introduced the Nitazene Control Act, and yeah. And y'all, I forgot to put this on subscriber only. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Marianne says, always greed. It's always greed, no matter what it is. I'm petrified for my grandsons and all. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Me too. I'm scared for when Joseph comes out of jail. Not gonna lie. I think it was just introduced. I think it was just introduced yesterday or today. I don't remember. I just saw it today. So I thought that was worth mentioning. And that needs to be celebrated, in my opinion. You know, it's a step. And every step has, God, I hope it does some good. I really do. With all the new stuff that's out there, and oh yeah, Miss Charlotte was telling me she saw the kratom gummies at Walmart, the Murphy gas station at Walmart. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Dawn, I am so sorry, darling. I am so sorry. I totally understand. Yeah, that's how these kids are getting them. Nobody's paying attention because that stuff's it's illegal, right? So nobody's paying attention. Nobody's IDing these kids, and they're getting it. They're taking it, and guess what? Either it makes them terribly, terribly sick, and they never touch another drug again in their life, or it doesn't, and that's their gateway. Pot's not a gateway drug anymore. Let's be real about it, okay? Kratom. That's what they're getting. It's kratom. Legal heroin that will kill you just as quick as the real stuff will. There's a group that I'm in on Facebook, and you would not believe the number of people, of mothers that, well, it's not the gateway anymore, Frank. Um, I don't even remember what I'm saying. Okay. Oh, you gone. You gone. Yeah. Sorry. Uh, Stop being thick. You stop being an idiot, Frank. Okay? We're on here trying to keep our kids and our loved ones alive while you're sitting there being stupid. I know the definition of a gateway, you dick. Okay? And you're gone. I don't need to argue the fact. We're sitting here trying to keep our loved ones alive and you're talking stupid shit? Get out of here with that. If you're a kid, you don't need to be on here, so get the hell off of here. Okay? Let me take care of that for you. Yeah, Ashley. Yeah. They're Josh Catlett, I think is his last name. Um, he's on Facebook Reels. He may be on Instagram too. But he is showing his real life journey of coming off of Kratom. Okay? Detoxing from it. And he's showing it. And he's telling these people, he's telling everybody, you don't want to do this. This is for real. He's had to get on, he was on something. Oh, the trots are really, really on it tonight. Hey, Shannon. Hi, darling. I didn't say hey to everybody. I do ministry work helping recovering alcoholics and drug addicts find God and stay sober. I take them to church and meetings. That is great. That is great. That is awesome. That works for some and some it doesn't. And I give you kudos for trying to help. I really do. I know, darling. Hey, Kathy. Don't I wish I knew what was wrong with these people. Let me tell you, okay? I have heard time and time and time again that when you're speaking the truth and you're putting it out there, that's when the attacks come. And I'm guessing that's just what I get. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Kathy. Hi, darling. Hey, Karen. I'm in Tennessee. That's where I'm at. No, I'm not at work. I'm at home. Thank you for asking. So, yeah. These kids got a hold of some kratom. How they got it, don't know. Eighth graders. Yes, you are going to be on vacation. I hope you have a blast. So what, Woonan? You're gone. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Look, I'm not dealing with how do I say this nicely? I'm not dealing with stupid shit, okay? I don't have time for it, and I don't have the patience for it anymore. I just don't. I should not have to turn my channel into a members only channel in order for us to have a chat. Okay? I shouldn't. People want to hate me, hate me. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. Me neither. You're gone too, Beavis. Bye-bye. Thank you, Diane. So we've got that going on. And I also want to talk about, speaking of the trots, I also want to talk about yep, I think so, Ashley. I think so. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. I know that most of us in this community, we have been through the judgments of others. But are you paying attention to how rapidly fast addiction is growing in this country? Like stupid crazy. The numbers are just, it's went crazy. It's went absolutely crazy. I don't know. Hi, Leslie. See, yeah. Wifey, you know all too well, okay? Here's the deal. Oh, now, Meemaw, I prefer grandma or granny. Thank you. Okay. Here's the deal. About 4 to 5 years ago, somebody thought that it would be a really good idea to open up all of our borders, okay? And just let everything and everybody come right on across. And this is my opinion. You do not have to agree. That's fine. Okay? I'm getting to a point. Give me a minute. They thought it would be a great idea to allow everything and everyone. In my opinion, I think that what they did was they knew what they were letting in. Okay? That was when now I'm a racist. Yeah, eat shit, buddy. I think what was going on was they were bringing certain things over, okay? And certain people wanted those things in the country. And so in order to, get it across and get it through and, not be, yes, 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 Squatch. Yes, exactly. In order to get it through and it not be, have a lot of eyes on it and not know exactly the why everything was allowed to come across. I think that they just allowed everything and everybody to come on. And they had in place all of these sanctuary cities. Okay? And that's where they put all these people. And that's where, see, in most of these sanctuary cities, there were already places like Kensington. So they knew what they were doing. And wifey, don't bother deleting the messages. Block them. Just block them. Okay? They knew what they were doing. And so they introduced this stuff to these sanctuary cities. And uh, people started being unalive. You have to watch your wording very carefully. Yay, D! uh, especially on here. And they couldn't figure out why, because they didn't know that this stuff had been brought in, and it was being put out on the streets. I'm trying to do this. And finally, somebody came up with a way to figure this out. They had to wait months for the autopsy results to come in, and for things to be shown. Okay. And once it finally did, and they figured out, oh my God, they're putting large animal tranquilizers in these drugs. They're adding the nitazines to these drugs. Nitazines is not anything new, okay? But I have some questions about that, and I'll try to remember what I want to ask about the nitazines. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So the nitazines were created back in the late 1950s, early 1960s, okay? And the FDA would never approve them, and they got kind of, don't be a whiny baby, okay? I can't get to your comments right now. The channel is about addiction and trying to love and support each other through our loved ones' addictions. Anyway, the FDA would never approve the nitazines because they were so powerful and they were worried about addiction. Duh, back in the late 50s, early 60s. It got shelved. Okay? Now, somewhere along the line, somebody with some authority and a way to get this information got this information, the chemistry makeup of the nitazines and the formula and all that. Good Lord. And all of a sudden, nitazines is back. Okay? It's back. And it's bad. Who has the power and the authority and the access to that formula? And I've heard enough of your shit too, upstate New York ADK. Okay? You're gone. Done with this. Yeah. So, what three-letter industry, or what three-letter office would have access to that? Could it be the ones that, put cocaine out back in the late 80s, early 90s? 3 letters. Google it. Or could it be one of the others this time? I'm just, I'm just curious. I'm just throwing that out there. Somebody had to. Could be. Don't know. Don't know. And we may never know. We may never know. But anyway, back to, yeah. Could be, Scotch. Could be. So back to the sanctuary cities. This stuff started filtering out, okay, and branching out and going out, and millions was still coming across, okay, bringing more and more and more in. But hey, nobody could see anything, right? Nobody could see anything. If you said anything, I've already been called a racist right off the bat before I even spoke a full sentence because I brought this up. And if anybody said anything, then you're racist, you're a xenophobe, you're whatever, okay? I know they did, and I just cheer my little ass off every time I see one of them go FAFO. If you don't know what that means, Google it. That's just my opinion. FAFO. So now all this stuff that they brought across the border, it has trickled its way throughout the country. It took it a little bit. But even in the small communities like where I live, it's here. It's here. Every bit of it's here. Every single bit of it. And while all this was going on too, guess what? The Chinese were taking over Maine and the pot growing business up there. There, Oklahoma, a couple of other states in between, to the point to where they're sneaking this illegal shit in, okay, stuff that we've banned in this country. And I'm talking stuff like weed killers, pesticides, fertilizers, and all that. They're sneaking that in. Okay? And but you're correct. They can't, a foreign country cannot, but a Chinese American can. And sign it over. There are multiple counts of this. Multiple. So when you're getting these vapes and stuff from China, you don't know what you're putting in your body. And people wonder why they're affected from. No, they don't. No, they don't. Yeah. Y'all need to pay attention. Y'all need to pay attention. It doesn't take that much time to sit down and look at this stuff, guys. And it's not like, I have any time. It's not. But I find it important enough to keep tabs on stuff. I do. it's worth getting educated for. Because let me tell you something. Here's the deal. Here is the whole theme of tonight's video. It could be you next. Because all it takes, I don't care. They do. They sure do, Melissa. Yes, they do. All it takes is one accident, one trauma, one surgery, one oopsie, one split second. And oh my God, you're me. You're going to wake up one morning and you're going to find out. I don't care how you raised your kids. I don't care that you drilled it in their heads to not ever touch drugs. It takes one split second, one bad decision, one accident, one surgery, and oopsie, you're me. And your whole life has changed forever. And there is no going back. None. That life that you were leading up until that very moment, it's gone. It's 100% gone. And you will have to go through the grieving process of that life. It's like burying a loved one. It's like a death. It's just, it's like it becomes a memory. And then what are you going to do? Then what are you going to do? You've belittled anybody and everybody that knows anything about what you're going through because dirty addicts. Oh God, dirty addicts. Well, you must have been a real shit mom to have raised an addict. Hey, let me tell you something. Did not see it coming, and I bet you $1 that most of the mamas in this group right here, none of us gave birth to them sweet babies and looked at them and said, yep, that one's an addict. I want that one to grow up to be an addict when they get to be a big boy or a big girl. That's my dream. That's my dream. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that's what happens. No. Don't be stupid. Okay? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to try every way in the world to go back and eat that crow that you put out there. Everybody's going to know who you are, okay? Because you've been very vocal about how bad this whole community is. I'm telling you, with the way that addiction is growing in this country right now, it ain't going to be long till most of the people, most Americans, are going to be touched by addiction in one way or another. whether it be your kid, whether it be yourself, whether it be your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, your mama, your daddy, you're going to be touched by addiction. And that's the sad reality of where we're at in this country right now. It just is. That's the direction that we're going in this country. Okay? Oh, creep. All of those people, and y'all, there have been some real winners, okay? Real nasty winners. Good Lord, 270 pills a month? Damn, girl. Was that back around when the meals were out? When they were first becoming a thing? There's nowhere to go to hide from this. Nowhere. I live out in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee. Okay? Out in the middle of the country. And all them big city drugs, they're here. They're killing people. Just like they're doing in the big cities. We're not. Wow. We're not safe from any of this. Okay? We live in the Bible Belt, for goodness sake. But we're not safe from any of it. There is some bad stuff here that you might not find. I think each area has its own one specialty. You know? East Tennessee here too, babe. Like the Gray Death is here. It may not be in every other state or every other city or whatever. Um, we've we've got the trank, the rhino trank, the nitazines. We've got Gray Death. We've got, I mean, the purple fentanyl, which is the nitazines. We've got it all. We've got it all. And the problem is that I think they're I think they're dicking around with the numbers. I don't think I think if it's an addict that passes and they just claim it as an overdose. They don't. I mean, and some of them do, some of them don't. I don't think they know for sure what all's here because of that. I really don't. I think these smaller town areas, I think they just see it as another addict gone and they're okay with that. Why go any further? Why waste resources, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I will say this. I was speaking to another mother earlier this week, and um, she lost her son almost a year ago. And um, she and I were speaking about the epidemic that we're facing, you know. And she was asking me how things were going. She knows the story of my son. I knew her son. And she said, Missy, I'll tell you exactly what I think. And she said, you can believe me or not. She said, but this is my opinion. And in my opinion, they're thinning the herd. They didn't get the job done in 2020. They're thinning the herd. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I totally believe you. Totally believe you. Control the drugs, control the addicts. There's a reason why everything was taken to sanctuary cities. That's where the concentration was at. Okay? Control the drugs, control the addicts. Let's be real. There is a reason why all this stuff was let in. There is a reason why it is still here. We are the. I was watching something the other night, okay? And y'all, I know that I've said we're the smartest country in the world, okay? And we are. We're better than what they're acting right now. But the three letter offices were all saying that what a few years ago it would take them, well, a couple of decades ago, it would take them weeks, months, and sometimes even years to gather the information on people that they needed. Okay? It took a lot of time and effort. And now it takes them minutes to get that information. So, what used to take you weeks, months, and sometimes even years now takes you minutes. But tell me again how you can't find these people and you can't figure out the paper trail of who's making the money on all this stuff, and you can't start investigations on these people, and you can't but yet it takes you minutes to get all this. I didn't change the settings tonight, Kathy. That's why. Why? Because of who they are or what position they hold in the country or how much money they have in their bank account. Just saying. I'm just saying. We're collateral damage. Our kids, our loved ones are collateral damage to them. Let's be honest about it. And all these people that, the gates were opened wide for them and they were allowed to come in and they were given all this stuff and made all these promises were being made and they were just being loved on and now they're being fought to keep here. Y'all are nothing more than propaganda slaves. Okay? That's it. That's it. You're being used. And once they're done with you, yeah, propaganda slaves. That's all they are. Look at what they did to the people before you. Look at what they did. I don't need to give a history lesson. We all know. Okay? I don't need to give a history lesson. They screwed them over, and they're going to screw you over too. Yes, I do got all the snacks. Yes, I do. Miss Debbie, I have not spoken to Joseph. Um, the last that I heard from him was through Kelly, and he's having a rough time right now. Um, yeah. So, topic of discussion, please read the description. I don't know why I have to say this 50 million times. Topic of conversation is loving and supporting each other through our loved one's addiction. Our families are either drug addicts or they're alcoholics or they have an addiction of some type. Okay? We're here to save their lives. Pure and simple. If you're going to say something ridiculous, you can leave. You got all the snacks, D. And there you go. Ugh, creepy. Anyway. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. Okay? Once you really stop and think about what's happened, what is still happening. Oh, I hope so, Daniel. I hope so, because I'll tell you, it's great. It's great. Anyway, once you stop to think about what's happening, what has happened in the past, and you start seeing that pattern again, and you're watching what's happening now. Oh my God, I have to read this. This message is hell for review, okay? So nobody else is going to see it, but I have to read it because this has got to be the greatest trot comment I have ever gotten, okay? My boyfriend's testicles were hacked off in a nude machete juggling contest recently. Should I marry him after he wakes up from his coma or take lesbian lessons from his tranny sister? Okay. Oh my God. Anyway. Mm-mm-mm. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy. That's the kind of shit I get. That is the crazy shit that I get. Okay. I know, right? Oh my God. How's the weather? It is cold here. It has been raining all day. So it was down to 42, I think, when I came in to do the live. So yeah, it's cold, but we're supposed to be back up to high 60s this week. What? I'm choking my own spit. Shit. Can you buy a vowel? Oh, no shit. Craziness. Craziness. And a one and a two. Oh. Hey, at least they're inventive. They're creative. Okay? They are. They're creative. Do I have OnlyFans? Yeah, but you couldn't afford it. Just kidding. Low of 36 tomorrow night. We're we're gonna have our first frost real soon. Hey, back in Florida, yay! That's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Y'all, let's spend the rest of our time on here just having a little bit of fun, conversing with each other. I know y'all been talking in the comments. I have not, you know. So, Grandma, what's your OnlyFans? I'm telling you, it's Granny. Okay, get it right or do not approach me. Okay. Good night, Ashley. Love you, babe. Yes, we got hit with both the blizzard of 93 and we lived in Lenore City when the tornado came through, and the tornado actually hit our house. It did minimal damage, but it did hit our house. The people right down a couple of streets over from us, they got hit pretty hard. Are you from North Texas? No, I'm from East Tennessee. Thank you. I can't with these morons. I know. You just have to laugh. You just have to laugh. And, y'all, it's been a rough week. Whoop. It's been a rough week for me. I'm not going to lie. Close enough. Yeah. Uh, I had to walk into Joseph's bedroom the other day, and there sat his little stuff um, on his little nightstand and his little satin pillowcase, and that he had to have because he was growing a mullet when he relapsed, and He didn't want his hair to be messed up when he got up out of bed, so he got him a satin pillowcase. Yeah. And there it was, um, laying there. It's amazing what can trigger you. Sometimes it only takes the teeny tiniest little thing. You know. No, she is, right now, she is with, um, she's staying with her mama, okay? She's supposed to be back, we will see. Thank you, wifey. You couldn't keep your head on the pillow. I know, right? That drive me crazy, okay? Just, break my darn neck on that. Yes. So do I, throw away. So do I. Where is our darling entertainer, Aiden? He is. He's in there with Paps. Okay. He is in rare form today, and he just needs to stay in there. Granny, you look 150 years old. There you go. That's for you. Okay. I can't. I can't. Yeah. He would not go to church this morning with Paps. He said that he needed some nanny Aiden time. So we got in the kitchen and we got in the kitchen and y'all, we made some amazing muffins. Okay. We made some chocolate pumpkin or pumpkin chocolate muffins. Paps does not know there's pumpkin in these muffins. Okay. And they are amazing. And then I made mini muffins for him so that he can just eat a couple and, you know. And I made some sourdough morning glory muffins for me. And they're amazing. 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 They're awesome. So we had fun in the kitchen, just playing around. I'm working on it, Dee. I'm working on it. I am. And can y'all believe I got some sponsorships? An addiction channel? People actually want to work with an addiction channel? Yeah. No, no, no. No. Not cooking the morning glories. It's almost like oh a hummingbird cake muffin. It's got grated apple, grated carrot. What else? Raisins, coconut, ginger, cinnamon, sourdough, of course, brown sugar, all that in the muffin. It's delicious. Delicious. Oh, it's not. Morning glories, no. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. And there's very little brown sugar in it, so it's sweetened naturally with the apple and carrot and raisins and stuff. And it is so good. And I will be making these. I made a full batch and put half of them in the freezer, kept half of them out. I'm glad. I am so glad that I have got some of these filters on. Uh, I don't. Uh, apple cinnamon muffins. Yep. These have yogurt in them. Greek yogurt. You can either do the Greek yogurt or the sour cream. With our new way of eating, trying to get healthy, I don't use sour cream. We do the Greek yogurt, and they were, oh, golly bun, they're so good. Granny's homemade biscuits, yes. I will be making uh, biscuits to put in the freezer so we can just pull them out when we need them. Hey, Ray. It's Paula Dean. You spelled her name wrong. Duh. Okay, if you're gonna go after somebody, at least know how to spell their name. Okay. Yeah. I would like to make my own yogurt, but I ain't got that far. I don't know that I got time. Hey, Brenda. Yep, you can freeze biscuits. You just make them, mix them together, cut them out, put them on like a sheet pan, and flash freeze them for hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. And then you can put them in bags, and it's like the bags of frozen biscuits. Yep, I've got two of them. With your addiction works, have you heard of Celebrate Recovery? Yes, I have. We have actually tried them, and for whatever reason, he didn't like them. So, yeah. There you go. Thank you, Charlotte. I'm Julia. No, I ain't even going to try to do Julia. Okay. I've seen a lot of people making the yogurt in that. I just ain't. I just ain't had time. Yep. Mm, I think it is. It may be called something else in other areas, but yeah, I think it is. I think it is. So, oh, I don't know if you can freeze canned biscuits. I'm talking about homemade biscuits. I don't know if you can freeze can. I don't know that that would work out too well. Never tried that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Are they ladybugs on your shirt? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Pull my hair. Pull my own hair. Telling you what, they're great. They're great. It's great. If nothing else, if nothing else, they give me a good laugh when I desperately need to laugh. Okay? And I do. I need to laugh. I do. Right? Yeah. Good night, Kathy. Love you. Yeah, it's entertaining. Oh, here we go. What's going on here? Read the description. Thank you. I can't. I miss my mama's biscuits too. I do. I miss a lot of things my mama makes. And y'all, I cannot figure out for the life of me what what recipe she had for French toast. I cannot get my French toast to taste like my mama's. Okay? I can't. And I don't know. I have asked cousins, I've asked siblings. Okay, here we go. One more time. Okay? We are a channel, a community that loves and supports each other through our loved ones' addictions. Most of us here are moms or loved ones of drug addicts or alcoholics. And that's what we're doing. We're talking and having conversations about drugs. Oh, yeah, I know. It I don't know what she put in it. I really don't. I'll be nice when you're nice, okay? Oh, you're fine. You're fine. The cocoa and biscuits as a kid for breakfast. Do you make that too? Chocolate gravy? Yes. That was our very first video here on the channel. Was chocolate gravy and biscuits. Yeah. Yeah, me and Aiden made that. That's my favorite. We don't eat it right now. Um, Simply because, our sugar levels and stuff, but are biscuits kind of similar to scones? Yeah, kinda. Kinda. Yeah. They're flakier. They're very flaky. Oh, yes. Yes, he got the card today. I finally went to the post office, checked the box because I have two sponsorships that I'm working on, and there it was. And you should have seen his little face when he got that. It was he is. We're gonna work on a video to send to her to thank her for the card and the little gift inside. Thank you, Throwaway. Thank you so much. I know, right? I've taken my mom's great recipes and added my own little touch, like banana pudding. Mom used vanilla wafers. I use spice wafers. Ooh, that sounds really good. Iron skillet. Yep. Yep. That's what I have done too. Now, if I'm making a whole big batch for the whole family, then I make it on, a big sheet pan. But if it's just for us, I just throw them in a cast iron and be done with it. I love lumpy gravy. That's great. That's great. My favorite breakfast with bacon. It's a southern thing because here in Indiana, yep, yep. There's a lot of people here in the South that's like, I think that each holler has their own accent, dialect, recipes, all that, okay? You'd just be surprised at how many people are from right here in the same area that I'm in And they don't know what chocolate gravy is. When we had that several mornings a week, you know? That's what I grew up on, was chocolate gravy and biscuits. And they'd be like, what? Dude, you live here. What is wrong with you? Your mama did not raise you right. Tater tot casserole. We had leftovers. I made a big pork roast yesterday, and I was in the kitchen playing, of course, playing with my new flour grinder, and whipped up some homemade bread and made some rolls, and we had sliders, pulled pork sliders last night, and that's what Paps had again tonight. And yeah, we've still got pork. I'm gonna put it in the freezer, and we'll eat on that another time. I cannot eat pulled pork again for a third day. Okay, I just can't. Which one did I get? I got the Nutrimil Harvest. Grain meal. And I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I use fresh meal flour on my muffins today, and so good. Yep, the wood one. Yep. Yep. You didn't donate no $100. Dude, do you think we're stupid? Do you think nobody can tell that you didn't do shit? You just typed that. Okay, come on. Do you make cornbread stuffing? Yes. Yes. Well, actually, Paps does. Um, my daddy always made the stuffing for our family holidays, and Daddy called it Pordue. I do not have a clue why, but Daddy made the best dressing ever. And Paps learned from him. Paps makes the exact same Pordue dressing that my daddy made. Tastes exactly the same. It is amazing. I added to Mom's spaghetti and meatballs some pearl onions wrapped in bread, mozzarella cheese. Ooh, that sounds really good. I know. I know. And I didn't know that he had done this until Dad passed. And, I wasn't looking forward to the holidays. I was really going to miss. And he's like, I got this. Matzo ball soup hits different. I have never had that. I am interested in trying when your grandma isn't making it. Oh my God. You're a little shit. And you gotta go. Sorry, dude. You gotta go. I know. And that's pretty much the only thing he makes during the holidays. And we have it Thanksgiving and Christmas. I would love to have it throughout the year, but we don't for whatever reason. But I am looking forward to using, you know, my homemade honey right there this year. Broth. Um, it's just going to be the three of us here for the holidays. Um, So, yeah, we're just going to have a soft holiday season. Dandelion bacon dressing. No, I haven't heard of that. I commend you for your channel and it's so needed. May I ask you, do you enjoy it yourself? Yes, I do. At times, it's therapeutic for me. Um, yeah. Mind if I eat some of them Cheerios? That was my Cheerios. You can have the plain ones. She ain't getting my honey nut. No, no. There's just, there's so much hard going on in our little world, okay? And um, we don't want to bring anybody else down, you know? I'm not good at controlling my emotions at this point in time. I mean, I'm not. Going to be honest, okay? Um, I'm not good to be around people. And so I tend to go inward. Bye, Glenda. Love you. I tend to go inward and just kind of hide away, almost a shutdown mode until I can get through the hard stuff that I need to get through. And so that's where I'm at right now. I tend to hide away here at the house. I don't like to go out. I try to stay busy. Um, right now, my big thing is just occupying my mind. I'm in the kitchen. I'm figuring out these new recipes that, I just, it takes some thought. And my mind does not go to what's going on in my heart, if that makes sense. And it just makes the day easier for me to be able to get through and to, um, yeah, I hope that makes sense. There are days when I wonder if anything I say makes sense. I would love to do a big old potluck. I would love that. And D, I would love to be a full-time RVer. I would. I would. I'd pack up all this. I'd fit it in there somehow. I think it'd be fun for me, Paps, and Aiden to just hit the road. Do you watch any YouTube channels you might be attached to? No, not really. Not not really. The Y files, because I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I love AJ and Hecklefish. Uh, so yeah, I know, right? My God. If I could, you bring the broth, we got soup. If I could talk Paps into it, um, I would love that. I honestly would. I think that's one of my dreams. Either that or, buying a few acres way back up in the woods as remote as we could get, where it's just you have to see us from overhead, or you would never know anybody was there. If you wanted to go pee off the porch, you could. Yeah. Oh, I'd say yins have seen everything, D. That's got to be a lot of fun. It does, don't it? I have been watching some Alaskan, remote Alaskan videos. I know, right, Glenda? Aiden'd have a blast. He would. He would have a blast. How long have you and Paps been married? We've been married 32 years. It was 32 years in June. Does he ever get on your channel just say, hey? No. Paps is a very private person, and he's a little camera shy. We kind of balance each other out. Oh, that is so cool, D. That is so cool. I would love to do that. I say that, and I think this is him walking. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, that's Aiden. Never mind. House hunting? Ooh. Ooh. No. Oh, yeah. I might want to spend, Yes. We're getting a visitor.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Ow! You stepped on my toe, turkey.
So what? Do I feel heat?
You do.
Why did it just go out? Hi. What's up?
Quit that. Quit that.
Can I tell them about my scratch coating?
If you want to. Okay. Come up here. Ugh.
I've been coding on Scratch.
What have you been coding?
Well, I recently learned how to code gravity. Jump.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm making a platformer and trying to memorize what I've learned.
Y'all, he's creating computer games. Okay.
Not computer games.
Oh, sorry. What kind of games?
Don't know how to explain it right off the top of my head.
Okay. 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 Are you gonna? Yep.
I'm blowing bubbles.
Stop that. Nobody wants to see that. Ugh.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
I can blow them out my nose, too.
Oh, okay. You can go now. Get out of here.
Tortilla chips.
Oh, good Lord.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. He is computer programming. Okay? At 8 years old. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all. I'm gonna need some help. Yeah. Lord have mercy. He's going to pass me up, like maybe this year. He's going to pass me up in the brains division. And yeah, what's with the trolls? I forgot to turn the settings on to where it's subscribed only. So we're just dealing with them. Just ignore them. It'll be all right. They're making me laugh. It'll be all right. Anyway, okay, I'm going to turn my heater off. So it is time for me to go. You might see some new videos from me this week. Okay? Maybe. If I can find the time to sit down and edit them. So, anyway. Love you guys. Mean it. Be kind. Be loving. Be supportive. You never know what somebody's going through. Love you guys. Mean it. See you guys. If I don't see you before, I'll see you Wednesday. Okay? Bye, guys.